Hey gang, this past Sunday on Facebook, I saw something that it just really amazed me that it had been this long since this event happened, and it said it was about it was 18 years ago that this company called DPM burned down to the ground. And I remember that night pretty well. I was walking into town. It was sometime after midnight. I was living with my friend Tyler and his parents outside of town. And I get up by the vet's office and, off towards that way. I saw smoke and stuff like that. Didn't think anything of it because I'm like, okay, well, it could be just, it could be DPM just having some smoke coming out for whatever reason or something like that. Because you always see smoke coming out of some place in a lot of these places because, we got to keep, the heater on and everything like that. I got to keep the employees warm and all that other stuff. But so I didn't think anything of it. Just went on my walk and that was it. And I found out the very next day that it had burned down to the ground. And a lot of people try to claim it was an electrical fire, but we all found out later on that wasn't true. Apparently the people who bought the place out burned it down to the ground to get the insurance money. And, and since then, 18 years later, this town has not recovered. I mean, a lot of people think this other place called Rockline, which is outside of town. Why? Because apparently they didn't want to pay the town tax. They just we're just gonna have our little company out here and that's it. Rockline really hasn't helped this town out at all. And the last company I can remember selling out is Jay's Trash Service for cards, and apparently it hasn't really done much for this town either. A lot of people complain because they charge way too much money to come by and pick up your trash and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, that night, it was just another one of those nights where I'm just like, I'm going to go into town and come back and go to bed and all that other stuff. But, finding out later on that a lot of people had to be evacuated from the town, and of course they were being paid money to do it. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound suspicious, does it? And just reading that was, 2008, it was like, wow, 18 years, and look where this town's gone since then. Continuously downhill. A lot of companies have come and gone since then. A lot of companies were selling out before DPM did it. Town and Country sold out, became Kaufman's Foods. Lasted around 2 years, but closed because everybody was talking about the food there being sold was badly expired. This other grocery store called Super H, they were changed to something else, and they didn't last maybe 6 months. CV's, it was something else before. It was called an IGA store. I want to say it was called John's IGA or something like that, but they just called CV's IGA and just called it CV's, and it lasted for years until, of course, Walmart came over here, and we know the rest there. Another place called Rick's Primetime Video became Brown's Primetime Video. That didn't last very long either. I think it lasted maybe a year at least, and it was gone. And there were a lot of companies around here that had to shut down because pretty much DPM was promising better money and better benefits and everything like that. But ever since, like I said, it's closed down. It's just been nothing but, well, I don't want to say an empty lot. I mean, there's apparently people going out there to work. I mean, I knew a few people who went out there and worked as a security guard every night before they put something out there for people to do work. And I don't know what they're doing out there, but yeah. Of course, there was a rumor that Tyson's wanted to put a factory out there. And the previous mayor said, why don't you guys just, put it over in the field across the way And they were like, no, we want this land. This way we can get things done a lot quicker. And you kind of can't blame them for that. And, of course, there was always those rumors going around saying stuff like, oh, well, they couldn't agree and blah, 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 and all this. And some people said that, the big reason why Tyson's didn't really come here is because the town was against it, against the smell of what they produce and everything like that. And I'm sitting there kind of going like, yeah, something that can make the town smell bad but offer lots of jobs and really provide this town financially for a long, long time to come. Or do you want to keep smelling that god-awful dopehead mess that keeps lingering around pretty much everywhere you go around this town? I could put up with chicken smell. But, it's really amazing how, like I said, all these years later, and, there was a rumor going around for a while there also after DPM burned down the ground saying that, they were going to put something out there, but nothing ever really happened. So, yeah, like I said, here we are 18 years later. The old comb factory is still, it's been, part of it's been used for other things, but mostly it's up for sale. It's been up for sale for a long, long time. The old Sonic, same thing. The old theater, same thing. There's a lot of buildings around here up for sale, but nobody wants to put their money into this town because obviously they're getting smarter about, putting money into a town that just seems to want to waste it, And it's amazing to me how, the constant rumors keep going around about how, this town's going to recover, this company's going to come in here and do this and this and this. The last big company I thought was supposed to be coming in, that there was a big sign out front of this building said, Dunkin' Donuts coming soon, but I guess Dunkin' Donuts bailed on it, and I was like, well, that's the way it goes. So, yeah, 18 years later, nothing saved this town, and it could take another 18 years, and nothing's ever going to save this town. That's the way it is. And like I said, some people think Rockline's saving the town. But how's Rockline saving the town? They're outside of town. They're way outside of town. They're not saving the town. They're not helping the town. They're not doing anything. They're just making their own money, doing their own thing. People thought Casey's was going to save the town. Nope. It doesn't really do anything either. You put a big business into a small town does not always necessarily mean it's going to mean great things. It's just going to mean take a chance, see what happens. But around here, constantly fail. That's how it goes. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. If not, hope it's better for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. If you would, please go check out and subscribe to any, if not all, the following channels down in the description below. Please help me get to 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, 100,000, or maybe even 1 million. And, oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention about DPM that was a big pain in the butt. The cold. There was another complaint people seem to have about it. People just getting sick from out there, getting injured out there. There was all those rumors too, and there was some pretty graphic rumors about people dying out there and everything. But yeah, that was hard to believe. I knew some people who got injured out there. My mom got sick out there and everything. But again, if you're going to work in a factory where it's probably colder than Canada, you're going to take a risk, and that's what's going to happen. If you would, please go check out and subscribe to any of the following channels down in the description below. Oh, yeah, I already said that part. Sorry. And if you ever get a chance to, please go where it says Edit Channel and scroll on down towards the bottom part. It has those two buttons. That's one of them says My Community. The other one saying Keep My Subscriptions Private. Please make sure both buttons are on the left so that when you upload a video, people can go check it out, see what you got. And hopefully maybe get a notification about it too. And we subscribe to somebody else's channel, they get the notification about that as well. And hopefully they go subscribe to you right back. And I appreciate all you guys who subscribe to my channel. But I like it better when I can find out who subscribes to my channel so they can go help them out too as well, and help keep their channel going and growing, because you guys have been doing the same for me for a long time. Hopefully we'll keep this thing going for a long time. So I better go. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good yourself, and try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.